Realme C35 Review, a relatively stylish and well-balanced smartphone for very little money. Realme has made some thoughtful, meaningful decisions with its latest budget phone, most notably design and an LCD display that lacks in refresh rate but punches well above its weight in picture quality. While the likes of OnePlus and Xiaomi have been grabbing a lot of attention in 2022, rival Chinese brand Realme has quietly been having a bit of a stormer. The Realme 9 Pro Plus is one of the best mid-range phones on the market, while the Realme GT 2 Pro has made quite a splash further up the market. Now the Realme C35 is here to try and disrupt the budget phone sector in a similar fashion along with the even cheaper Realme C31. While it's entering a perilously low-margin sector, I reckon it's in with a strong shout of standing out from the crowd. If you only have £150 to spend on a phone, you'll struggle to do better. Like a lot of 2022 budget phones, the Realme C35 design broadly emulates the latest iPhones. The influence is right there in the phone's flat rim, sharp corners, shiny glass effect, though decidedly plastic, rear, and clear stepped camera module. It's quite a large device in the hand, with a size of 164x75 by 8.1 mm and a weight of 189 grams. Combined with those sharp corners, it's not the most comfortable phone to hold over a protracted period. Realme has separated the power and volume buttons to the right and left side of the phone respectively. This allows it to place the power button in the perfect position for its secondary function as a fingerprint sensor. While this sensor took a beat to unlock, I didn't have any issues with reliability. The Realme C35's display is a pleasant surprise. On paper, it doesn't seem like much at all. It's quite big at 6.6 inches, but it's only an IPS LCD rather than a color-rich OLED. Crucially, however, it appears to be a good quality IPS LCD. All LCDs are not created equal, and the difference between this and the Moto G22 and Nokia G21 screens is night and day. Color accuracy is on point too. With the screen mode set to gentle mode rather than the richer, less natural vivid, I recorded a very strong Srgb gamut coverage of 97.4% and a gamut volume of 101.2%. An average delta E of 1.48 is impressive too. I recorded a strong maximum brightness of 491 nits with auto brightness turned off. Realme claims that it can get to 600 nits in high brightness mode, HBM. The Realme C35 runs on a Unisoc Tiger T616 processor. This is far from the most impressive chip, made using a dated 12nm production process. It's backed by either 4 or 6 GB of RAM, although in the UK you can only get the lower amount. For storage, the cheaper model gets you 64 GB, but you can double that by paying £20 extra, which may well be a good investment, although there's a micro SD card slot which you can use to add up to 1 TB cards. In performance terms, however, it's far better than the Moto G22 with its MediaTek Helio G37, and also has the edge on the Nokia G21 with its Unisoc Tiger T606. Let's be straight here though. None of the phones I'm comparing here are strong performers in any sense of the word. If you're a keen gamer, or you wish to enjoy a completely stutter-free navigation experience, you really need to be spending at least £30 to £50 more for something a little meatier. That extra might also get you 5G connectivity, which is not something you get here. That wide sensor appears to be the same one that you'll find in phones such as the Poco M4 Pro. Hardly a photographic titan, but still a phone that costs considerably more money than the Realme C35. Shots here look detailed and natural, at least in good lighting. It does tend to struggle with those tricky HDR situations, with the odd overexposed background, while night mode produces shots that are full of noise. It's more than adequate as cheap phones go, however. The Realme C35's battery performance is solid, but it doesn't quite stand up to its rivals. You get a 5000 mAh cell, which is a decent size, and it'll get you through a full day of moderate usage with relative ease. But in a couple of intensive battery tests, it came up short of its rivals. In our standard PCMark Work 3.0 battery test, the Realme C35 scored 10 hours and 40 minutes, which is almost 2 hours short of the Nokia G21. In another test, running a constant looping video, the Realme C35 ran out of juice hours before both the Moto G22 and the Nokia G21. Realme's UIR edition is a fairly bog-standard custom Android UI sat on top of Android 11. Its notifications and custom apps aren't too obtrusive, but it's not as lightweight or clean as the near-stock UIs of the Moto G22 and Nokia G21. I have few complaints about the UI in day-to-day running. There are pre-installed apps covering such things as Compass, Sound Recorder, Weather, and Calculator, but such provisions make sense, and they're stashed away in a discrete Tools folder anyway. Prices start from £149 for a model with 64 GB of storage. You can double that storage for a small bump up to £169. You can buy it from the Realme store as well as retailers such as Amazon, eBuyer and Laptops Direct. It's not officially available in the US, but you can find a GSM model on Amazon for around the $200 mark.